Okay, you are ready? Please pass me my coffee. I need coffee. Have you been able to see any of the other things on Facebook yet or no?
I don't know. Let's see.
No, I mean, because we had a few other conversations yesterday and the day before. Thank you so much. This is Hafiz. He's also helping. Hmm? Oh, sorry. Yes, I will throw the host back to you. Make host. And just just make sure I can share screen. Ready. Okay, are you guys ready to go live now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah, we start? Yeah, I'm okay. I have my coffee so we can start. Hi, everyone. We are now live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Yay!
Wow.
Welcome to our third day of, our third day of the ASEAN Community Convention, so the ASEAN Korea Community Convention. So we are bringing artists together from all over ASEAN and Korea to discuss about how the arts can be used for communities, how we can build sustainable and ethical communities of art also. I am Jody, if you haven't met me already. I am the creative director of Artsolute. So we are a non-profit organization that uses arts to solve community issues, or we help artists to help solve community issues. And yeah, we've had a few days of some really wonderful conversations about, yesterday we were doing dialogues around the idea of sustainability and environmentalism. Today we are focusing on youth, and we have two very wonderful artists that I'm really excited to have from Cambodia and Myanmar. I'll introduce them in a little bit. So firstly, I have to send some apologies because, this is Southeast Asia and this is the COVID situation. So sometimes things don't go quite according to plan. So unfortunately, our friends from Guerrilla Architects are not able to join us today because unfortunately, someone's son is very, very sick. He's got a fever, so he won't be able to join us. Also, Hankani is being a very good with her university. So unfortunately, she's been taken away on another important project, but she has sent us her video for us to watch. So you might be able to see her doing her hip hop thing, but she's very excited about being able to be a part of this project and continue to collaborate also. Okay, so today we are talking about youth and education and development. And first, I would love to introduce Chan Kun from the Fair Salolo. You'll have to help me with the pronunciation.
Yeah, Fa Punlu Salapak.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Would you like to, should we start? Would you like to introduce your first and then we'll move to your presentation?
Later on, right? Well, I'm Chan Rexmay from Fa Punlu Salapak in Cambodia. I'm the deputy director of Performing Arts School in here in Batamang, the northwest Cambodia. Yeah. If you guys come to Cambodia or would love to come to Batamang, then visit FAR. You will learn a lot more. Well,
okay,
so
you can see clearly.
Yeah, the screen. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Sure. Well, so just would like to introduce you really quick about like Far Pollution Park history or background. Actually, Far Pollution Park is a non-profit artistic school based in or located in Anchang village or commune and Battambang town, Battambang province, which is located in the northwest Cambodia. Was founded in 1994, and we are believed in changing lives through the arts. And we work using the holistic approach. And there's, yeah, on education, artistic schools, and social supports. And as you can see that there's two artistic schools in Far Beluselbek. One is the Visual Applied Arts, officially named in 2012, but it's under supervision department or courses are happening in different time. Like visual art, it's happening since 1995, just right after the founded of Far Beluselbek. And also graphic design and animation, it's founded in 2012, where the Visual Applied Art School is established or formal named. And another artistic school is Performing Arts School, which is composed of music, circus, theater, and dance. And it is formally named in 2014, but a department has been established or formed at different time zone or periods. Like in music in 2000, no, sorry, 1997, and circus in 1998, theater, or we call it acting, in 2001, and the dance, it's the last one, it's 2014. And actually, we have another one. It's hip hop, where I supposed to meet with the artists of the hip hop from Vietnam, and we
Very
are,
sad.
yeah. By the way, the hip hop was formed in 2017. Yeah, in like under the umbrella of the dance school.
Yes. And is that the school that did the music video or?
Yeah, or actually the visual art, like the music video, it's composed or held in between the visual applied arts and performing arts school together. The music is the one that are doing lyric and the song. The circus is acting. The dancing is also helping for the classical dance, traditional, and also the hip hop ones. While the visual arts helping on face painting and other scenographic for the background.
All right, just to clarify, the Fair Performing Arts School did a music video to promote hand washing and being safe during COVID-19, and it is very, very, very fun. I highly recommend watching it. I had it on repeat during COVID.
Okay,
I
very
really enjoyed it.
yeah, and the second program is the educational program, which is we have the community kindergarten, which is offers preschool program to the young kids from 3 to 5 years old, and we have our skilled teachers who trained from the our Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports on the our early childhood program. And the second one is like the Child Development Center, which is offers the free space or a safe space for children to explore their freedom of play. So we offer the play, or we can say that learning through play. Then we have also a complementary class where we train the children who are really uh, uh, late in learning in public school from grade 1 to grade 6, and through educational games. So we always use games not to let them really upset or really boring that okay, I'm studying in the public school, and they're using a blackboard or a whiteboard with marker or chalk, but now I learning it again. We don't use that kind of things. We doing another method to let them enjoy and learning at the same time. And we, of course, we have the public school within our compound, but it's under the supervision or the managerial by the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, and which is offer classes from grade 1 to grade 12. So from the primary school to high school. Lastly, it's about like social support program. We have three main activities or four actually. One is outreach, which is we are going out to community to visit and follow up their families, give them the social service, such as counseling, awareness raising on issues of child social protection, referral, and the family reconciliation. There's a lot more actually, and we of course faced with a lot of domestic violence, which is we refer the case to the uh, those who are in duty, like to police or to other NGOs to help to help solve that domestic violence. We have also a child protection program, which is to ensure the child safe campus. So Fabulous Impact is also considered as the child safe campus and provide the primary health care. We have in our space the primary health service where the children will get a free health care, and when there's serious health issues, we will refer them to the referral hospital or to the health clinic. And networking is we are not doing alone. We are not doing it uh, ourselves, but we need the help or collaboration from other organizations, and especially also with the local authorities, because we are like working under the laws. So local authorities would help us a lot in gathering or mobilizing the participation from the communities, and the network with other organization is help us a lot to deal with other issues not on our specialized. And we have our sponsorship program, which we provide lunch support to very we call it under privileged children who really poor, among the poor. Yeah, we have only few, not really few, but it's like more than 50 receive lunch support, and we also give them the living stipend, which is they could also support to their families.
Mm, nice.
Yeah. So in Fabulous Outback, we practice the artist design first to a personal development of our target beneficiaries like children and young adults, and also to support the surrounding communities. As we believe that the art is an educational tools, the art is therapeutic tools, and also art is a tool for formation of personalities. And art is also a promoter of values. Art is also a mean of expression. Art is an approach of friendship and relationship, and of course art is also an income generator. So we know that it are the people would think that okay, especially in Cambodia, you know that they said that, okay, do not practice art or do not work in the art because you will never get rich, you will still poor. But of course, most of them would think about that. But even though poor in or I don't know in properties or poor in money probably, but it's rich in the mind, it's rich in the heart. So it's more than the others. So that's why, and while they practicing the arts, it's help them a lot. And because we believe that if there's no art, there's no humans, there's no, let's say there's no shirt here,
Mm.
because it is come from the arts actually.
Yeah, it's okay. In Singapore, they also say the same thing. If you don't go into the arts, if you want to have money.
Yeah. Well, this is just general. If you would like to give a hand or a helping hand, then go to cheers us at one of our performance in your country, or you come to visit us here. You can also follow the event on our Facebook page, or no, on our website. It's www.farps.org. So FARE is PHAREPS.org. Then also support the organizations that support us. Come and observe the work of these young people in Myanmar. Tell your friends about us. Invite us to your hometown actually for a performance or exhibition. Or even though a really, really simple one, send us a smile. So that is a helping hand. Yeah, it's like you do it, even
Wonderful.
though laughing. Yeah.
Uh, no,
Yeah.
so good.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice.
Thanks.
you.
Any questions?
And then this is yeah, also the circus artist, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The young one, the circus artist and uh, and also the dancers at the left, and the dancers, and also behind them are the circus artists.
Wonderful. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, Wong. So maybe what we'll do is I'll get Tanzin to present also his work, and then we'll ask some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have Tanzin from
So
Myanmar.
it's my time.
Yes, it's your time.
Yeah. First of all, so before I explain about what I'm doing, I would like to say, cherish me that uh, when I visited Badaban, I visited your school and watched the circus. It's very nice, very entertaining. Young people are very energetic. So thank you for your good work.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. So so if you visit a Badaban, your school and the circus show is mess. Okay. Hello everyone. I am Thantzin So. I'm from Myanmar. I'm a children book writer and a storyteller. I'm volunteering in an art organization called Myanmar Storytellers. So we perform for the kids from the poor community as a stand-up and the theater performance group, and also we write for the children book company called the Story Project. Yeah, so that's me.
Nice.
We started this kind of movement, and it's like 2008, 2009. And so at the time, the Myanmar was under the military government, the organizing things and meeting people is not very free at the time. So we choose this kind of storytelling. Storytelling is a kind of communication between the separate communities to connect each other and to find a way and to express your feeling and 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 connect with the diverse societies. That's why we choose storytelling as our media to convey our message for things. Now things are changed and we do a lot of things. So we started in 2008 as a Myanmar storyteller. So we entertain by telling the traditional stories, and at the same time we trying to convey the social messages through this kind of traditional stories. So that's what we do. But in 2012, our country, in our country, the civil war broke out again, unfortunately, in 2012, and the racial and religious conflict happened again at the time. So some nationalist organization and some, so they use children's stories to propaganda the hatred.
Mm.
So as a storyteller and and the person who loves a children's story, I know the power of children's story. So we think that we must do something to counter it. So that's why we founded a children book company. We don't say to hate each other. We try to convey the message of love and peace through the children book. So I started my career as a children book writer in 2012 till now. So we named the organization called the Story Project. This is another kind of storytelling through the pictures. Yeah, I'm a children book writer.
Can we? Do you have your storybook? Can we see?
Yes, I want to show you the latest
Please.
one. The latest one.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. This is the. Oh, can you see?
It's very bright. That's
Yeah,
lovely.
very bright. I know.
Ah, yes. Closer is better.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, very bright, right?
Ah,
So the book.
nice.
So
Ah,
the book
beautiful.
is about current COVID-19 prevention measure, teaching COVID-19 prevention measure to the kids. So the book is not just about the wearing masks and hand washing, not just this kind of things, and it's explained about it's about not to discriminate the kids from the hard hit area.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a, yeah. That's my
Wow.
latest book.
You're able to produce the book very, very fast. It has only been
Yeah, so it took like 1 month.
1 month. Wow.
Yeah, and so I developed the story and talk with the illustration artists, and then we produced the book. So because of this pandemic time, so we don't have much time to prepare for this.
Mm. And how did you work? Did you uh, have to come together, or you work in another way? Like,
You're in. Do you mean the developing the stories and the
yes,
production? Yeah.
yes.
So our editor teams. So we try to think the message. The message is about the prevention of the coronavirus. That's a one message. Another message is that in in my country, there's some areas there are so many of people infected by this kind of virus. So people are
Mm,
just afraid of the people from the the the, the most hit area. So some kind of discrimination happens between these people.
mm,
So we think that we need to put this kind of message in our books and not to discriminate the people from this kind of most infected area.
mm,
So we make a message together, and I create the storyline with the Burmese mythical creature
mm,
storyline, and one of the illustrator is in our team, and so we develop the corridor together, and then we publish
mm.
online and hard copy.
Online also.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We will have
Yeah.
to share the.
Yeah. Before we do the publishing printing process, we consult with some doctors and medical professional to to check our things are correct and appropriate for the kids and reliable. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Um,
Yeah.
do you guys have any questions for each other? Chan, would you like to ask Tenzin anything? Tenzin, Chan, I'm very excited that you've been to the school.
Yeah, yeah. I met him in the school, and he explained this kind of presentation to us at the time.
Ah!
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I bought some souvenir from your school.
yeah. Now it stick into my mind. I said, okay, it's familiar sometimes. Like, okay, well, it's really interesting Tanzin, related to the a way of developing your storybook. Actually, we have here also, actually, the performing arts school, as you know, that performing arts school is the place where the circus, theater, dance, and music is developed, and there's a visual applied arts where the visual arts and graphic design and animation is also placed there, and we also produce some of the comic books where
Hmm.
in the sense of a collaboration between performing arts and the visual applied arts. And also we can see that there's a quite not really a similarity of creating a book, and especially a comic book and also a theater play story, something like that. And as I know that the producing of the comic book or a children book, you also need to have the what is called we call in theater it's a plotting, but a storyboard, right?
Mm.
You need to have the storyboards and so that the illustrator would also help you that okay which kind of storyboard that you would love to have or to meet to match with the line or the dialogue of the characters you place within the play itself or within the book itself is that a similarity with those kind of things.
Uh, so when we're developing the storylines and to produce it, yeah, the picture books and storybooks are quite similar, but sometimes a little bit different. The picture book is for the more younger audience, but it also has a storybook too. So when we are developing the stories, and so we write down the stories, and then we think as a it was like a movie show or a theater show. So we create the story depths to change to the picture book version.
Mm,
So we create the storybook with no very beautiful illustrations. So we sketch the things and put the dialogue, and we make a presentation in front of the illustrators, and they will ask us some questions and we respond to them, and then they give suggestions and we give them suggestion for the character development, and then we collaborate together. So yeah, we use a storybook like the storybook the created by the writers, and then
mm.
talk with the illustrators to develop the characters.
Yeah. So your latest book is like Jyoti said that it really fast. It's 1 month because there's a lot of process, a lot of things because
Sure, sure, sure,
you need to
sure.
produce the stories and
Yeah,
then present it to the illustrator and explain and
yeah.
illustrator need to sketch something if it is that match into that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
we are working with the some educational institutions or organizations that they force us to create the sandbox to teach the kids about the COVID-19. So you know the pandemic is still ongoing, and
Mm.
so they want us to finish as soon as possible. So we create the very fast, and we yeah the some. Uh, Educational organizations and some individuals donate bought a lot of our books, and then they distribute free to the most affected communities,
Mm.
and some of the books we sell on the store. Yeah, it's for the sustainability things. Later
Yeah.
we'll talk about this. So we donate and then we sell at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Um,
for I think for a lot of people like in Singapore, a lot of the information we get about COVID-19 and how to manage, uh, we all get online from the video and the YouTube or on the TV, maybe not so much TV, mainly online. Um, so is this something that many people have access to in Myanmar, or is the book the better form?
Yeah, so we do two we produce two versions. So one is in the interactive video version. Somebody read the text in the stories, and we
Mm.
put the designs in the slide videos, and the people can. And yeah, that's a one thing we trying to send this kind of message to the kids from the family that use internet. But in Myanmar, in some area, especially in Western Myanmar, so because of the conflicts and also the poverty, there is they don't have much good internet infrastructure. So we send them the hard copy books
Mm.
to this area.
And it's very useful because the book can go to many people.
Yeah, yeah. I'm old school. I love books more than the electronic things. If you ask me.
Yeah, no, I think also during the COVID period, I think we are having more respect for the physical now, because so many of us, we all have to work online from home. Now we are tired. I don't want to look at the computer. I don't want to look at the television anymore. Please give me my
It's
book.
my first time using Zoom.
Yes, thank you so
Yes.
much. That's very exciting. But so when you did the book, you didn't have to work digitally. You could still meet to work on the book.
Sorry?
You were still able to meet physically. There was no lockdown in Myanmar.
Yeah, in April, in March and April, there's some strict movement control and
Mm,
partial lockdown in my city.
mm,
But now that we open something, but the
mm,
second wave is happening in the other towns, and we
mm,
cautiously interacted with the people outside, but with careful social distancing.
I see,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, we stay meet people, but we gonna hug.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier, Chan, but maybe you could share a little bit about the adjustments your school has had to make because of
Yeah, yeah.
the pandemic.
He has a lot of kids in his school, very beautiful kids. How do you manage them now?
Yeah, actually, we got a really strict while the government announced the spreading or the pandemic of the COVID-19, and our school was closed actually in from March 17, and there's no any other activities for our school anymore, and it's really hard, for us because we are like a physically especially in the performing arts school is the physically training space where it's really hard to have like an online training like in physics or in chemistry or in other language, but starting from then we close until May 22nd because we can understood that in the performing arts school, no activities except the teachers coming and having their own development of curriculum for like prepare for the coming back of the student, and also some of the teachers try really hard to produce the video to send to their children to look at and telling them some of the the session not to be missed. But it's really hard. It's really hard. In parallel, in the other hand, the visual applied arts able to teach some courses or some subjects on the art history, on some other course in visual arts through online, and the students are able to access to the internet and also an online course starting from like I said, starting from May 2nd 22nd. We try a bit with a really vocational student, but only the circus, as the circus is the kind of sport where the children able to keep distant from each other and work. By the way, it's a way that we like changing teachers, because we need to not to let the teachers to have the permanent in there. So some work in the office while some other work in the field to train them, and then a week after it changed. The people who work in the office go to the field for a training, and then the others come to the office and produce their uh, sessions or their curriculum.
Mm,
And so that starting from then, we know it's we are a special school. Then it's not a really public school where they need to sit nearby to each other and things like that. We are coming, even though some training need to have like a attachment or need to like touch each other, but we use our special hygiene protocol where when the children is coming to the school, we check the temperatures and also clean hands with the alcohol. And before enter to class, they need also to wash their hand again. And all the props or education or equipment, we clean it with the alcohol or to keep it hygienic for the student coming. And until today, we also open a little for the other like theater and dance and music, but not a crowd like before, like you guys coming and then there's a lot of people, a lot of students coming. Not that, because we are also, even though open, but respect to the instruction from the government also, that
Mm.
we need to keep our school also safe, and also the children also safe, because we don't know, even though they are at home, who do they meet and who do they attach with. Otherwise, we need to provide that a high quality of hygiene protocol to protect ourselves and also our students. So this is the way. And luckily, we hope that within the end of the year, the school hopefully to open as a normal. And even though the government also announced for starting from this first, like since 1st of August, open for the public school in grade 8, no, grade 9 and grade 12, who prepare themselves for a state exam. So and hopeful that November the 1st there would be another school open, or even the latest probably the end of the year. So the school would be happening, or come back to in January, if things not really worse.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed, fingers crossed. I hope so.
yeah,
I think one of the really interesting things about your school is that it really plays a part not only in education and giving opportunities to arts, but also, as you were talking about, opportunities for for the social health and for the health of the community. Um, was it difficult during COVID-19 when, like, even things like providing lunches and things like that to the students with needs, because they cannot physically come to the school? What kind of challenges, how did you overcome?
yeah. So we know that it's really hard. So within this period, we transform actually the lunch support to the cash support. So we ask them to eat at home rather than coming to school for lunch. So we transfer or transform it into like the cash. So we provide cash like every month for them to eat at home rather than coming out to the school. And of course, it's really hard. By the way, like we said that we need to taking care of them even though there's during the COVID-19. So we are seeking, even though they are not coming to school, but the social support or the workers need to follow up if their situation is normal, or if they are really sick, and then we need to contact to uh, the specialized organization to help on that, and also finding some funds to support them, or we call it COVID-19 or COVID relief, so that could support them some of the item, or some of the materials that could help them to stay at home, like we provide rice for them, and some of the groceries for them to cook. So that is the case, that we are trying our best to handle or support our communities for their welfare and for their health figure, where they can coming to the school with a stronger and healthier, like
Mm.
we are doing, that we would open school with better, stronger, and healthier.
better, stronger, healthier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
agree.
The COVID-19 pandemic not just affect the economic and health things. It's also affect the social, the emotion of the communities, the people. I
Mm,
think you are healing. I know you're healing the communities with the art. So I want to suggest you that to create a plates about the COVID-19 and how community resists the impacts of it. It will be very helpful for your performing gigs and also the community as well. It will
mm,
be very beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really nice. However, in Cambodia they are not allowed to have that kind of event anymore. Even though we trying to have like gathering them
Sure,
to
sure. The
get the
same here.
performance, it's really hard. And but in parallel, we also we know that not only the performance would get them awareness on the issue or helping them. By the way, let them involve into activities. So like last month, we went to one center that really a center who which is helping the youth and the children to uh, to better their life while they meet or they face with the really trouble things. While we introduce our artistic thing, especially circus and hip hop, and the people really are happy. We can see that they, even though the handicap or disabled children joining, and they get really happy, and while asking them what they're feeling, and they say that they've never attended this kind of artistic activities where they feel happy the most, and the center director or the center responsible, they also really happy that our team is going there. So within these kind of things, and if the government allow, we of course in September at least we will go out and then perform for them. Recently, like also last month, we produced a story, a circus story. It's talking about COVID-19,
mm,
and it's really funny that the
I
children
know.
helping that, and then the teacher and also the students really happy, but unluckily that we could not perform for the public outdoors. So we only perform for our students, for our teachers, and they really happy. And of
mm.
course, in September, and if the government allow, then we would immediately go out and then perform for the communities. Yeah.
Mm. I guess
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you, uh, both of you, because we're talking about all the different problems that the COVID-19 situation is has presented us. But what do you, because you both work with the youth and the young people, what do you think is how does it affect young people differently? And what are some of the things that the art can do to help them through this time? Maybe
Well,
Tanzin, would you like to start? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, but in the presentation of Sharon Smith, he already mentioned that the art is about to 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 express the things. So for me, the teaching art is to teach the people to be able to express. In some area, the kids are not uh, the children, the young people, they are they cannot express their needs and feeling that just because of the social injustice and poverty and conflicts in my country and a lot of traumatized things, so they
Mm,
cannot express. So teaching them, the art is teaching them to express for themselves. So being able to express can empower them. The for me, I believe that uh, the empowered youth are the one of the driving force for the social change. So
Mm,
so 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 let me go into this thing. Art education is one kind of contribution factor for the social change in our community
mm,
and in our region. So 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 currently the children, the young people, so they cannot they have some kind of an easy feeling because of this kind of restriction around them. So
mm,
so teaching through online or in other alternatives way that can empower them to express their feelings. It is to heal their mind also, and their mind and the things. Yeah.
mm. Yeah. Okay. We are gonna. I'm very excited to hear what Chan has to say. But my technical team needs a little break. So let's just take like 5 minutes for a stretch and move, and then we will come back
We will
in
come
five.
back.
Yes, 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
See you in five
Okay.
minutes.
See you in 5 minutes.
Okay. So we go offline.
You can just stay online, but yeah, and stay online. Ah, yeah. We are in a. There's the technical team still working, but yes, because we are in a theater space, because it is the only space where so many of us can be in the same place at the same time, but they keep the air conditioning very cold, so but cannot adjust. So right.
So sorry, Tansin.
Yeah.
I cannot hear the whole conversation because I'm working on the feed, but I will watch and then we will discuss
Mm.
very soon.
Yes, Tanzin went to the school.
Cepat ah, not too long ah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Better, well?
Yeah, so have you presented the Hankani or Liu?
not yet, not yet. But we were in the middle of a question.
Can.
So,
So, yeah,
then after that, I will play her video.
find the right time now.
Yeah,
So, I think of the other one you know.
yeah, I did.
Architect also.
I did.
But they got nothing to show, huh?
No, because they are mural artists and they have no video. And they
Any
didn't
pictures?
answer any of my questions and they didn't send me any video,
Okay, lah, then forget it
any photo.
Okay.
So,
That means maybe just work with Hankani first.
The Brunei
Just work with Hankani first, and then maybe we do Myanmar project, you know, like
Mekong.
Mekong, sorry,
Mekong.
Mekong style, like mix of Vietnam and Cambodia and Myanmar, because Myanmar also still very new to
Greater Mekong
Mekong,
sub-region,
Mekong still. Why? What he saying?
No, sorry.
No, I mean that, okay, maybe the project of Greater Mekong sub-regions.
Ah, yes. We
Yeah.
can bring in Lao artists also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must have Paul.
Paul, oh yeah, on the first day, we have one artist, Paul from Paul from Laos, and he does very, very big artwork.
Mhm.
So he goes to the community and he talks to the village about the environmental issue, and then he get all the village to help him create the art piece about the environment. So have 50, 60 people all moving wood to make one big fish on the side of the river.
Mm.
But the whole village come together to create one art piece.
Wow.
Very beautiful.
How,
And then
how did he do that?
it's very amazing.
Yeah.
And then I will share photos with you. He sent some through. And then he also get the village to help him do one red cloth all through the fields of all the different vegetable that they grow in Laos, and maybe many kilometer of red cloth to the
Wow.
different part of. But he used the whole community come to make the art together. So used for the education also. I think he is also teaching in school also. So he is. Excellent. Sorry, so the technical team that is working with us today, they are actually from the theater.
Mm.
So they. Yeah, the internet is very different to the stage. Yeah, when you are on the stage, you can see your audience. When you are on the internet, you cannot see your audience.
Sure.
Yes.
You don't have the one stage manager being, okay, you can come to the stage now. No, that's weird. Nice. Terrence? So,
Or maybe we need also to perform a kind of blindfold theater.
blindfold theater.
Yeah.
You mean live
Or
phone theater?
No, blind. Yeah, it's like it is like a I don't know, like a voice call or a voice over theater.
Yeah, like a radio,
Yeah,
but on the
broadcast.
phone. Yeah. One of the artists the other day also was talking about in the Philippines, they have
Mhm.
to rely on the radio to do a lot of their program or to during this time.
Oh.
Mm, because in many part of the Philippines, the radio is the only communication they can receive because many island.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not the phone.
No, because the reception or the internet is not so good, but the radio
Mm.
is the old technology.
Which are always available or like accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
Very good.
Then, are we okay now, guys? Or okay,
Good.
they're just checking if things are happening. Yeah. But yes, that is also why. So in Singapore, I can only not wear the mask when recording, but everyone else still have to wear everywhere. If you go outside your house, you have to put on.
Mm.
Mm, so,
Sure.
mm, okay. Are you ready? Okay. And are you ready, Chan? You have your answer.
Yes.
What are you gonna be showing?
And then
You're gonna show Hankani's
Yeah.
side, but you're gonna show it from your side or what?
yeah, I shot from my side. I mean, Hankani is not here to to show it herself.
Can. Okay, anyway. Can they hear me right? So
Yeah.
anyway, later, right, after we finish, maybe we finish a bit early since got less people.
Mm-hmm.
Then we take the time to plan for next for this year, can? Because we got some budget. Maybe one group got $1,000, and we can plan something together.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? Can?
Okay.
Yeah. So please stay in line, in touch, and yeah lah, we work with this. Okay.
Okay. Ken. Thank you. So
Uh-huh.
okay. Yes. Okay. Now we're back. All right. Chan, I'm finally excited to hear your answer. Thank you.
Okay.
Thinking very deeply.
Why? Okay. So just a little. Yeah. As you can see, if you think about like the different issues that are faced by the youth, we know that uh, before going to there, we need also to concern that everyone is different. Everyone is like born in different, and they have experience also different. So the art is a means can also uh, uh, therapeutic while I say it, because within like my presentation, like the art itself, it's a healing tools to help the people
Mm.
have any kind of things, because uh, when we say about the art, it's like different kind of art form. The people may not really love theater but love music,
Mm.
so that the music could also help them a lot of things Tenzin also concerned. The people might also not really familiar with the music, but love with the arts of play, or with the arts of storytelling. So while helping them these kind of things, they could understand, and they could aware of what issues that they face and what issue that they want to confront with. So the art is a part to help them develop their personality. So while they know themselves who they are, what problem they are facing with, and what is the cause of that problem, so that they easily to solve these issues. For instance, if we're faced with the economic situation or crisis, we know that what bring them there. Some artists may say that okay, because I am depend on the performance. Like here in Farm Producer Pack, the students is also based on their performance, but they know that there is no any performance available or accessible for the audience in the a real situation. But they come up with the ideas that okay, why don't I create some things online where I can also give them the accessible to the performance. So this also help them, or what kind of things that I could also do out of these uh, issues. I may also find some job or an extra job to help to better my economic. So the arts can help them building their creativities, not just are afraid of the issues they faced. So this is the art education or the art and themselves can help the people to confront confidently, independently to the issues they faced, and easy to find plenties or thousands of solutions to a single problem. So that is my answers.
Nice. Yeah, this is something that the previous group was talking about also, about how that doing the art, especially theater and story, it allows you to imagine possible future for yourself. You are not just restricted to the one story about yourself. So even if you are in not so good situation, the art help you dream more things rather than just feel only stuck where you are. Mm. So yeah, I think thank you for your very interesting insights. I think what I will do now. So since we are also still talking about the youth response to the youth response to sorry the youth response to COVID-19, I also wanted to take this chance uh, to show what Hankani has been doing with her new kinds of music. Yeah, so I will share screen soon if it's okay with you, Terence.
Sure.
No, I just have to. He has to. Okay, one moment. Is the English or okay? Let me please wait for me. One moment. Wait. Oh no, I forgot. No, sorry, I forgot one thing. If you don't click a box, then no sound comes out.
In our On the Mic this week, let's meet with Hankani and learn more about the new MV as well as her return to the Vietnamese music scene.
Đã 3 ngày rồi cả hành lang bệnh viện không có một giấc ngủ 24/7 cả đêm và ngày ngành y toàn cầu gần như thất thủ hàng trăm nghìn ca bệnh tăng lên ở mỗi múi giờ có kẻ thù em không biết bộ đồ này có bảo hộ cho sức mạnh tinh thần trong ta đủ.
Simple, heartfelt, but no less brutally realistic, these lyrics penned by Nguyễn Thúy Hằng, better known as Hankani, are about a typical daily scene in a hospital on the front line fighting COVID-19. For its strong, uplifting message and faithful depiction of human compassion during a grave situation, the song titled No Urantine was chosen as an entry for Resiliart, UNESCO's global movement advocating sustainable art creation during the ongoing pandemic. The song also marks the return of one of the faces from the first generation of hip-hop R&B artists in Vietnam, rapper Hankani or Lil Gani.
Xin chào và xin cảm ơn nghệ sĩ Hankani đã tham gia chương trình của chúng tôi ngày hôm nay. Điều đầu tiên thì xin chúc mừng chị với MV mới nhất là MV Chẳng Thể Cách Ly đã đạt được những tín hiệu tích cực và lan tỏa được những thông điệp nhân văn đến với cộng đồng. Chị có thể chia sẻ đôi điều về MV mới nhất này được không ạ?
Cảm ơn bạn đã quan tâm đến MV Chẳng Thể Cách Ly, là một dự án cộng đồng của chúng mình đã thực hiện và ra mắt vào những ngày tháng 5 vừa qua. Đây là một MV mang nhiều ý nghĩa vì nó hưởng ứng chiến dịch là Resilient, nghệ thuật kiên cường, được khởi xướng bởi UNESCO trên toàn cầu. Và ca khúc Chẳng Thể Cách Ly là một ca khúc mà được mình cùng với cả Duy Anh viết vào những ngày đầu tháng 2 khi mà những cái thông tin về đại dịch Covid-19 đang ở trên các phương tiện truyền thông rất là nhiều, không chỉ ở Việt Nam mà còn trên thế giới. Và có những câu chuyện mà đã chạm đến trái tim của chúng mình. Có một câu chuyện về một nữ y bác sĩ tên là Ly. Chị ấy đang phải ở những cái tuyến đầu chống dịch và rất nhiều ngày không thể trở về nhà, mang trong mình những cái nỗi lo lắng rằng nếu như trở về nhà thì có thể là sẽ mang những cái virus này hay là những cái điều mà không tốt ảnh hưởng đến gia đình của mình cũng như cộng đồng. Tuy nhiên là khi mà nói chuyện với gia đình thì chồng của chị và con của chị thì luôn luôn nói là không sao cả, em cứ về nhà.
Vậy thì điều gì trong câu chuyện của nữ y tá tên là Ly đã khiến cho chị cảm thấy xúc động và để giúp cho chị có nguồn cảm hứng để viết ra những cái lời rap chân thật như vậy ạ?
Mình nghĩ là cái điều xúc động nhất ở đây chính là cái sợi dây tình cảm gia đình. Nó có thể là phải trải qua rất là nhiều những cái khó khăn, thậm chí là những cái biến cố lớn giống như là cái đại dịch Covid-19 mà đang xảy ra ở trên toàn cầu. Khi mà biến cố xảy ra thì cái tình cảm gia đình nó sẽ ngày càng được gắn chặt hơn. Trong quá trình sáng tác cái ca khúc này thì chúng mình cũng phải đọc rất là nhiều những cái thông tin ở trên báo chí, trên truyền thông để có thêm những cái nguồn tư liệu để viết được ra những cái lời hát mà nó có thể truyền tải đến những cái thông điệp mà nó đúng đắn nhất về cái câu chuyện đó, và cũng như là nó giữ được một cái phong cách riêng của các bạn trẻ khi làm nhạc hip hop và R&B.
Ngay từ đầu khi mà bắt đầu viết lời cho cái bài hát này thì chị có ý định là sẽ tham gia chương trình Resilient của UNESCO không? Hay đây chỉ là một cơ hội đến cùng lúc ạ?
Thật sự là đây là một cái duyên rất là tình cờ thôi. Khi mà chúng mình hoàn thành ca khúc và cũng đang trong cái thời gian mà mình phải giãn cách xã hội thì cùng lúc đấy vào những ngày tháng 4 thì UNESCO có phát động cái chiến dịch là nghệ thuật kiên cường ở trên toàn cầu. Và khi họ biết được là có một cái câu chuyện sáng tác liên quan đến những cái câu chuyện có thật về các nữ y bác sĩ như vậy thì văn phòng UNESCO Việt Nam cũng đã mời mình tham gia chiến dịch. Và chính nhờ cái lý do đó mà đã giúp chúng mình là quyết định là sẽ phải thực hiện một cái MV có chất lượng thật là tốt để có thể truyền tải được cái thông điệp mà chúng mình muốn nói.
Despite the social distancing order in effect for most of April, Hangani still managed to round up a crew of 30 people from different areas of film production to work on the music video for No Quarantine as a community project. Once the order was lifted, they embarked on 2 days of non-stop filming.
Bọn mình ở đây từ 6 giờ sáng đến giờ và mọi người đang cố gắng thực hiện nốt tất cả các phân đoạn, quay các cảnh quay còn lại. Hy vọng là sẽ không phải đến đêm.
The music video also features 12 KOLs and influencers from Hanoi, lending their support for the message.
Trong cái sự thách thức, chúng ta vẫn tìm ra cơ hội. Không có cách nào khác, chúng ta đối diện và thách thức.
Chúng ta kết nối trái tim nhiều hơn và chúng ta thấy rằng cái sự dựa vào nhau, kêu gọi trong cộng đồng những hành động dù nhỏ thôi nhưng nó sẽ làm cho chúng ta sống được, tồn tại được và phát triển được.
Trong quá trình mà thực hiện cái MV Chẳng Thể Cách Ly thì chị có câu chuyện hậu trường nào đáng nhớ và kỷ niệm nào đáng nhớ muốn chia sẻ không ạ?
Thật sự là chúng mình lên ý tưởng cho MV và có những cái khâu đầu tiên về việc tiền kỳ là chúng mình làm hoàn toàn là online. Nhóm chúng mình là một nhóm các bạn trẻ, các nghệ sĩ độc lập, là những người làm sản xuất về hình ảnh, về âm thanh, và chúng mình đến từ rất nhiều nhóm khác nhau ở Hà Nội, có khoảng hơn 30 người cơ. Và trong cái quá trình mà bị giãn cách thì chúng mình cũng không thể gặp nhau được. Thế nên là cái việc mà lên ý tưởng cho MV thì chúng mình làm từ trong dịch. Thế nhưng mà đến khi vào những ngày cuối tháng 4 khi mà Việt Nam gỡ bỏ cái giãn cách xã hội thì chúng mình bắt đầu là liên hệ đến các đối tác để tham gia và ghi hình họ, cũng như là họp mặt tất cả các bạn trong đội và cùng sản xuất cái MV này rất là nhanh gọn trong khoảng 2 tuần.
Trong MV thì có sự xuất hiện của rất là nhiều người nổi tiếng, những KOL, thì chị có gặp khó khăn gì trong quá trình liên lạc với họ không? Khi mà MV của mình thì thực hiện vào thời điểm mà giãn cách xã hội tháng 4 đúng không ạ?
Rất là may mắn là khi mà chúng mình liên hệ đến 12 người thì cả 12 người đều đồng ý ngay. Thật sự là lúc đấy cũng là khoảng thời gian giãn cách thì hầu như mọi người đều ở nhà. Thì cũng là một phần may mắn là vì mọi người đều ở nhà, thế nên là chúng mình có thể là thuyết phục họ một cách nhanh chóng hơn khi mà cái lịch trình sắp tới của họ vẫn chưa thể sắp xếp được. Và khi mà Việt Nam hết giãn cách xã hội thì chúng mình ngay lập tức là đã liên hệ và đến để quay hình. Thì nhìn trên cái MV thì mọi người có thể nhìn thấy là từng cái khung hình hiện ra cùng với cả 12 người KOL và họ có sự tương tác với nhau, nhưng chúng mình sẽ phải đến từng nơi, đến từng nhà, gặp từng người để quay từng khung hình đấy một, và sau đó khi mà trở về phòng dựng thì chúng mình sẽ ghép vào cái khung hình này lại với nhau. Chúng ta đang ở những cái thời điểm khó khăn nhất thì cả cộng đồng khi cùng chung tay và cùng làm một cái điều giống như là thực hiện một điều ước của người mẹ là tặng một món quà cho sinh nhật của con gái ấy, thì nó giống như là một cái hình ảnh mà nó rất là đẹp và nó thể hiện được cái thông điệp mà chúng mình muốn nói ở đây là khi cộng đồng chúng ta cùng chung tay thì chắc chắn là sẽ đánh bay đại dịch.
For anyone following the hip hop scene in Vietnam,
This goes on for quite some time. So if you are interested to see more about Hankani's work, we will also post up this so you can watch the full thing. But yeah, it was very interesting to see how she also her process of writing this is very similar to how you would do the storybook also. So there's a similarity between the process of working with all the true story and then doing the storyboarding and then also having to do the, yeah, very, very cool. Right. Yeah. So, next. Yeah, any comments or thoughts about her work or anything you find interesting or?
Yeah, it's very beautiful collaboration with the young people, the respond the crisis. This beautiful collaboration and very energetic music and beautiful language too.
Yes, I think it was really nice to the true story element to it that took the inspiration, and I think that's definitely something that we can remember in terms of how sometimes that everyone can come around an important story. Anything from you, Chan, or okay?
Yeah, I found it's really powerful actually, using that digital media or digital music to help providing a message, especially like keep distance yourself or make yourself quarantines at some time, and also the MV is really powerful on the relationship within the family itself. It's really touch, and especially the lady which is in the front line of fighting with the COVID-19 at the health center, while she needs also to taking care of a child, while she herself has a daughter at home taking care too. So this is like a really bitter experience for her to decide. Okay, if I go there and then I need to think that okay, I might got something go home, but if my family stay at home and I stay in the hospital, and luckily if I do not have that, but if I have this kind of thing, so my family will be safe, and the problem with only this myself. So the message on the MV or the story itself is really powerful, and especially gather all the people to pray for the victim of COVID-19. Uh, it's really powerful because there's a mix of generations from young and old people, and if there's like a really young ones also, it would be really good one because they're showing like everyone would not really affect within this kind of a worldwide disease. By the way, they all having the same goal to fight or to pray for those people to heal from this kind or to get out of these issues because there's affect a lot of things.
Yeah, and I think it touches back to, I mean, what both of you were saying in terms of art being very therapeutic, and but also helps you learn the social skills because you can see in the work that it helps the artist also from telling the story and finding the true story, has a lot of empathy, but also it allows the audience to feel empathy to really understand what is happening and the struggle of the nurses. So even during a time if you are not connected to other people, even if you are alone, when you can consume this kind of art, it helps you feel more connected and more responsible to your community also. Because I mean, I think this is one of the things that we have learned from the pandemic is that often, even though it is a big societal problem, it is something we have to do individually in order to take care of our community. Mm. Yeah. I was wanting to ask, so I know Thantzin, you do workshops for storytelling also. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about how you do the workshop and what kind of benefit you see from the workshops you do.
Yes, I do the two kinds of the workshop in concerning with the storytelling and story writing things. It's about the workshop for the children. So we call it the summer peace school. In the summer peace schools, so every summer we the team from the Myanmar storytellers organize the summer peace school for the kids. It's not just the peace education school. It's about the peace education school teaching with the children literature, only children literature and game and theater. So we use a children book to teach them the peace education music. Yeah, yeah, we see. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to monitor the change. It's a peace education. You don't have a best thermometer to measure how peaceful it is she
How
or she is.
peaceful is society? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, but sometimes we witness that they are more expressive, and they are more interacted with each other, and they they show their emotions. Yeah, that's a kind of thing with the kids. Well, another thing, the very obvious is that, so as I mentioned earlier, so we started the organization in 2008, which was under the military government. At the time, our country is a kind of closed societies, and so, so young people are not empowered to speak out what they think, and all they have to do is then listen from the older people and memorize it. So after every stories and every standard performance, I'm trying to discuss with them about the stories and the message and things. Normally, basically, they just silence and they try to memorize what would I say at the time. Now you'll be amazing. Tremendous question will come out, and that's the obvious change I see now. Another thing is what I'm trying to lead the workshop with the teachers. Teachers, yeah. As an storytelling performer and a children book writer, I am not the one who have the most time or engagement with the kids, the children. The teachers, I think more than parents, the teachers spend much time with the children, much of their time. So so we try to help the teacher how to use storytelling and the children literature in their teaching. and we trying to help the librarian, teacher librarians, how to use children literature to empower kids to read and to empower kids to understand the difference and to tolerate the diversity. Yeah, that's what we are doing. Yeah, some organization and the some teachers and the librarians told me the the change they witnessed. So after the sessions we proposed. Yeah, so they sent me the message and make a screenshot and brag to everyone. I mean, yay.
Very important.
Yeah,
Very important.
yeah.
Wonderful. I guess so. The written word is the. I mean, librarians have a not so much experience in managing children's literature. Is it because there is not so much children's literature in Myanmar, or another reason?
Yeah, because of the poverty in last decade, and and because of the country was being closed, so, so the children literatures were like at the time. So because of the very strict censorship, so children literature, most of the children literatures are like obey your parents and study. That's all. Not about peace and not about the democracy, not about the express yourself. So, um, but yeah, some of the children librarians are they're very good at storytelling and story reading, and they know the how to handle the library goers with the children literature thing. But some libraries in the rural areas and the poverty stricken areas, most of them are volunteers, and librarians are young people. They are volunteers, and so we, with the help of the other individuals and organizations, we empower them, and we equip the capacities and the infrastructures things to use storytelling in their space, and how to create their space. It's a safe space to create something good for them.
Why do you think the young people want to volunteer at for the library?
Not just library, the young people volunteer in so many factors, and but some people are very some young people like to read, and they believe that reading can bring them the somewhere else they cannot physically go. So yeah, they are very committed, the volunteers.
I think it's very easy for people who live in the city in Singapore and even in Korea and other cities in ASEAN to take for granted our library, to just be able to go and read many books any time
Yeah,
of day.
yeah.
So it's very, very powerful also.
Yeah, so we have some mobile libraries. Some mobile library like to put the books in the cart of or a boat or a motor car, and going through the different villages. It's very beautiful. Sometimes I accompany with them and I perform roadside storytelling sections with them. So we talk about the books and the content in it. It's a very beautiful experience with the librarians. They are very committed citizens.
Yeah. So one of the things that I think is very interesting about this situation, and also about this convention, is that it gives. I know both Chan and Thantzin have been very lucky to be able to visit many countries in ASEAN, But now we have these digital platform that we get to talk to artists and young people that we never got to talk to before. And I am curious if you think that how you think the young people might be able to benefit from being able to work together on a online form. You know, the young people from Myanmar or Vietnam able to collaborate online for something interesting.
Sure.
Well, it is a really good question. Actually, if we think about the young people, their nature is to connect.
Mm.
Their nature is to network. Their nature is to have a friendship. The barrier is that the communication and the language.
Sure.
So or any kind of things, even though or as you can see that while they're meeting each other in the real life and they have like a chit chat or they continue their relationship online and this kind of thing can be a reference that the young people love to have this kind of relationship unless they have like a really good communication skill or a good understandable language to each other. If they would love to have an exchange or a work in collaboration in another countries. For instance, if Cambodia and collaborate with Myanmar, both of them needs to have English understandable to each other. If not, it a bit hard. I mean, it a bit hard through online. But if they are coming together on the ground, working, the art can also help them work together actually without, as we can say that the art is no boundary and the art is the learning tools and the art the communication tools to communicate with surrounding. But using online you may need also the help from a language where you need to understand the ideas on and also the concept, not like in the ground where you can easily moving your body and then show to the people. And this is the thing. And I believe that it the young people, it really interesting in working with each other. But like I said, the barrier is the soft skill, especially in English and or other language that they could also communicate. Maybe Cambodian people or Cambodian able to speak maybe Myanmar or speak Vietnam, then it's easy for them to communicate. But if not, then the English is the mint.
Yeah, it's been very interesting to have to figure out how to communicate with one another without being able to touch anything. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a kind of helping too, because honestly, if we the young people some especially I mean in the city or in the town, the young people would love and keen a lot of learning the language, uh, but not those who are in the rural area where they really concern and consider their stomach is more than the others. The stomach is current situation where they need also to feed the stomach before they think about their futures. So it can be a kind of helping to them too, that okay, if you guys would love to have this a sense of helping you now, then there's a project which is you need also to have this kind of at least a level of communication skill where you need it also to have an exchange within your peers of age. that with maybe Vietnam or Indonesian or Indonesia or Myanmar, then they might think, okay, that is the communication, especially the English language or the other language, might be really important to communicate with other people, not just Cambodian or not just Myanmar or not just Vietnam. So this opportunity could also push them to learn more about this kind of thing, and then we may also before that we need also to let them aware what is the accessible opportunity that they could get out of that, so that is a means of encouragement for them. So yeah, so that could be one is the barrier, but also an opportunity where they could also let them do or develop themselves in the soft skill, where even the arts give them a personal development. By the way, in this kind of things, the opportunity would also help them to develop themselves in other skill of like in language or communications by hands.
Having to imagine new worlds. And Thantzin?
Yeah, it's through online. Through this generation, I think they are smarter than us actually. So I have no idea how to empower them to use the communication tools to connect each other. uh, yeah, the nowadays childrens are so, bef- when we were born, you know that we don't have smartphones and things. I never met a Southeast Asian other than Myanmar till high school times. I never met Thai people, Cambodian people, Singaporean. Never met in my life. But today, so they know what is happening in the Singapore at the same time here. So they are born with smartphones and communication devices. So they already empower the digitally. But as our brother mentioned, that the language scale is a little bit thing, a little stay challenging for them to try now. Yeah.
Yes, there are many Myanmar people in Singapore, so already so much connection over the two countries. I guess also because this is a ASEAN and Korea project. What I mean, art is one thing, the community is the other. But what is the benefit that the youth can have from working with ASEAN people specifically, not just and why is ASEAN important, and why is working with Korea potentially interesting, or and not any other country?
Yeah, as I mentioned you, I'm the folk tale writer, a children book writer, folk tale writer. So the best benefit I get from the counterparts from the regional countries is the collecting folk tales. But so when I met the children book writer from the Thailand, they said, share me your Thailand folk tales, please. Then I can rewrite, retold in the Burmese language, and then I can perform in my context. Yeah, that's the first. We can exchange our traditional folk tales with the counterparts from Canada, and then we can exchange our skills. Um, yeah, I learned from both of you that when you visited Myanmar, that you make beautiful puppets with the garbage things and the recycled things. It's very helpful. So later I meet the kids. When later I met some kids, and I use some of your techniques and tell a story with the puppet, and they say, "Wow, this is new to you." Yeah.
Oh, that makes me very happy to hear.
Yeah. So we learn from each other. When I visited the Bandabans, I watched your sockets. Yeah, the move the the sport can also useful and be useful to tell the story either. Yeah, so we learn from each other. So it's like a kind of exchange, and for the story writers, and we the traditional tales. So during the lockdown period in Yangon, the life was so hard, so I cannot come out of my house. And so every day I wrote the story uh, to heal myself. I wrote this. I wrote the story. I talked with my friends from Africa, the Korea, Middle East, and asked them their traditional folk days, and they told me, and then I rewrote and I post on my Facebook, and people said this time of desperate time that your story is very healed, and, and now it will be my upcoming book, the peace lab stories around the world. That's the story. Yes, yeah. So working with the other artists from the regional country is very beneficial for us, for our career.
I just saw on our Facebook Live one young artist from Singapore who just finished his theatre diploma and says that essentially young people don't want to become artists anymore because it's too easy to be called artists, so they don't want to study. And also now especially for young people in Singapore, they are very tired from the online also.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yeah, I agree with that. They are very smart at the digital things. We are the one who need to learn, not them.
My technician is just like, yes. Yeah, especially for, I'm not sure about visual artists, but I know definitely for people who are in the performing art, they even to sit down for 2 hours to have a discussion on Zoom is very tiring. They want to get up and dance and do things. So, Chan, do you have any thought about the benefit from the young people on exchanging in ASEAN?
Well,
other countries?
when we say about Asian, we can also consider that there's a similarity. There's a context, which is we can also understood and easy to catch up, not than the other continent like Europe or America or the others. So the immediate beneficial is from the Asians themselves, even though in Asian or in Korea or in Southeast Asia or in Korea or in China or other Asian countries, but it's the context is also similar. The when we have the change, at least we have the mindset of having at least similarities. So learning from each other would be quite fast. Let's say. I also can take an example within my students who have a change with Vietnam that she does not know any language of it, but only 1 year that she speak a little English, but when is she coming back and she improved her English, also talk like Vietnamese people. So this is a kind that we can see that really learning fast, and also the culture at least similarities, even though some of the religions also similarities, and it's easy to to going on with. And so while you feel go easy to going on with, then it's easy for you to catch up anything from there. Then this is a beneficial. It is not like, okay, when I went at the first time to Europe, especially to German and to France, it's really shocking. Okay, what is that kind of things? Even though eating food, let's say only food, that it really make us really strange. One of my students need to like not going to eat because they never eat that kind of food rather than rice and sour soup and also the other kind of Cambodian food. Then this really a hard thing. Just a little one about the food, but within Asian, we know that it's similar. It's easy to going on with, like I said, so that the beneficial, it really great. It's like Tenzin said that it also in Asian, the culture is to share. It an open to let the people, okay, would you like to get this kind of thing, then I would give you some of the history, or give you the what in my mind, what is the thought, where it's not mean that in the other continent they're not happy to share, or they're not happy to open up, but within this context, then we know and we easy to capture all those similarity quite well than the others continent, where it's a bit hard for us to capture, because there might be a different, but within Asian, it's helped us a lot on this on this kind of beneficial or of learning. And I myself, I can say that I could not, let's say when I joined the art for good, and in Singapore, or at the end, and in India, that if I was in Europe, I may not able to perform on stage, let's say, using my belly drumming. And but within Asian, it's like we feel that okay, it is home. Then why should we afraid of perform in front of our peers, in front of our friends from the other part of that world? And then a lot, a lot of Asian, like only few of from Australia and the UK, let's say, from Europe and the US, but a lot from Singapore, India, Cambodia, Vietnam. Why shouldn't I scare of these kind of things? So we easily to share of what we thought, of what we are thinking of, and to build within our context, and it also easy to like Tenzin said that okay, you are telling us the folk tales within your countries, so I am able to adjust it into my context and perform in my way. So because Asian, like I said, a similar context, so it help us a lot easy to change and to adjust into our way. And I can also take an example for like a famous one, that Angkor Wat, let's say, in Cambodia, really famous within the world. It's a World Heritage, and so the architecture is influenced by the Indian. So, but making the way to the Cambodian ones. So that is easy because the context and the culture is similar. Then it's easy to transform it into our way, into our context. And the language also, within, even though sometimes when I hear the Indian talking, and I thought, okay, I may understood something.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's the way that So the closest is the best benefit for us, not that the far away continent.
Yeah, and I think we know that the culture is very similar because this. I mean, we share so many stories that are the same. I mean, the Priamkya and the Ramayana you can find pretty much all over ASEAN, and even some of the stories are. We even share some stories with Korea and here also, but with some differences. Um, yeah, I also want to invite if anybody has any question on Facebook or Instagram, let us. Okay, so the technical team would like a little break, and then yeah, just 30 seconds, and then so just stay put. They, in order for people to be able to ask questions, they need to adjust something. Yes, I see. Yeah, but the thing that I am curious about also is, so we know that we share a lot of cultures that are the same, but when it comes to the youth development and the education, is this something that we can do the same everywhere, or do we need to change a little bit the way that we work in order to do the youth development and the education? Can we teach the same Okay. No. Just your Facebook is coming up on the live stream. Okay, Ken, just so you know. Anyway, yes, as I was saying, what came up earlier was that one thing that is shared with ASEAN and I think even Korea is that always, if you do anything with youth or with people, you must always provide the lunch. If you do the workshop, you always must feed the youth.
Oh, sometimes yes.
Sometimes yes.
Sometimes they bring the food from their home.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, in Philippines and in a few other places, generally, if you want to do the workshop for the youth, you bring the lunch so that they will be able to come.
Yeah, it's sometimes yes, sometimes yeah. It's depend on the situation.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, Chan, your thoughts about can you do the same workshop or need to change or?
It depends actually. If we think about like the youth development, and we need also to know that like I come up earlier that everyone is different. Everyone is growth and growth in a different context, and and when they develop, in their children also different. So the way of learning of the youth and individually also different. So in my mind that we could adjust a little
Yes.
to the way of learning of youth in each country. Even though, like I said that the ASEAN has a similar culture, but it's not the same.
Yes.
So similar is not mean the same. Then a way of adjusting or adapting into each of the place or the country is really needed. Even though we give them the same theme, but the way of handling the workshop or the way of working must be adapt into the context or into the culture or the situation within of the each country. And this kind of the way that sometimes I said that sometimes when we say something to the Singaporean people who has a high education, able to understand immediately on the wording that we teach them, but it's not as well as understandable to the Cambodian people who has a really low education. So so this kind of thing we need to adapt. Okay, which language do we use? Which way or method within the approach that we use within our workshops? And this is the things to help the youth to develop themselves in a positive way, in the right way, with fit into their develop pattern or their understanding way. And as and ask the question that you said, okay, when you do the workshop, and then what do you provide any lunch or things? It also depend on the workshop or the kind. If it is only half day, then why should we give them? Or if it is full day and we need them to have a more concentration, of course, sometimes it's also we need also to consider and provide them. But sometimes even though it is really a full day, but we break before the lunchtime, then they could also going home and then coming back in the afternoon. Then we could also start again. So it is depend on on the kind of the workshop or the trainings that we provide.
I remember we brought some older puppeteers to Cambodia to do the performance, and they were very, especially the artists from Singapore, after we had the lunch, and then everyone went to go sleep, and then the Singaporean artists are like, what? Why we now we sleep? I was like, yes, now you sleep. It's very surprising. Speaking of, we were talking earlier about the live phone performance. I have now live call in question. Hello, Paul? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Paul?
Live phone performance.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? You have a question for? Yeah, you have a question for us? Mm. 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 Ah, I see, I see. Mm. I see. Ah, I see, I see. All right, we will discuss it. Okay. Okay, bye. So, this is Paul calling in for live question. Um, so he says that essentially he asked his teacher, his theater teacher, if you started doing, if you were to start to do art now at my age, would you still want to do art? Because when his teacher was older, things were very different, and so the teacher who he was talking to said that no, he wouldn't want to be an artist now if he was starting now, because it is too complicated. So maybe I'd like to ask you both the same question. If you were starting art now, if you were a student studying the art now, would you still want to do art?
Only theater or any other kind of?
Any art. Mm.
My answer is yes.
Yes, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. So now for I'm a children book writer, and I sometimes I work with the illustrators.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm trying to explain them what I want and what I have in my imaginations, and then they translate them to the visuals. So sometimes I want to draw it myself. so now, yeah. So I think I want to learn the illustrations and visual things, and that's yes. Why not?
Try
Why not?
new thing. Yeah, nice. You, Chan?
Well, I it's still because that I could also start, even though I practice in the art management since like decade, but I start myself being involved a lot with within this kind of art just 2 years ago. And honestly, I still dream of the performance. I still dream of being on stage to perform myself. And so when you think about the arts or being an artist, uh, the people may think that okay, I may want to perform on stage, or I may want to do something really really high creative and be attracted to a lot of people. But if you think about like small things, being us able to talk to your son, or being able to talk to your peers to make them understandable of the wording or the ideas that you want them to be understood, then it's a way of the arts, or can be as an artist too. And also sometimes when we think about like the artists, uh, we also need to think that what is the art. When you say, when like I share that the art is everything. The art is, if there's no art, then there's no human, and the human may also like mute, or the people, or human being may be not able to talk, or human being not able to live if there's no the arts. Uh, the arts mean the way of doing things. It's not just going on stage and make entertain to the people, but make yourself understand, make the people understand, and able to live together. Like Thantzin said, okay, live in peace together. Then it is the way of the artist doing. Then my answer is like I said that I still dream of the performance still, and even though I start myself in 2008, perform like a big head of dancing, and also in 2019, yeah, right, and belly drumming, and then and still even though a way of sharing in this Zoom is also the way of the artist to share something, so to make the people understand what exactly they really want. But the artist themselves, or the person who would love, who said, okay, I want to be an artist, must understand that what kind of artist that they really want to do. What are they want to do, an educational artist, or a performance artist, or like a script writer, yeah, or writer, or playwriting artists. So they must be understand. And sometimes the people think that, okay, being in this age, they may not want to be an artist because there's maybe no supports, and no attraction from the people surrounding. By the way, I think that, do you like it or not? Yeah, it is a kind of personalities that, do you like it? Do you want to become an artist or not? So if you want to become an artist, you have your own eyes, you have your own feeling, you have your own ear, your own heart, your own ideas. Why should you give that, or depend it to the others people to love it, to like it? So this is the thing that the people must know in this kind of things. So the artist, it's not to sweet, I mean to sweet the others, but to make yourself in the other step, or a development. So this is a way of an artist to do.
I think the important thing to remember also is that art is not just for artists. You can enjoy art without having to feel the pressure of having to call yourself an artist, and it is for everyone. The time has flown by. I know we have reached our 2 hours, but I really look forward to continuing this discussion, and I look forward to seeing what kind of things come out of it. But I do want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Chan and Thantzin for being with us today. I learned so much from the both of you, and you definitely have so much more we could talk about, but we'll call it a day. And yes, also thank you for the people who joined in live. We'll be back tomorrow again, another 2 sessions. This time we'll be talking about identities and communities. We've got a few interesting traditional artists who will be coming in. We've got a few Korean artists also, which will be really, really, really fun. Again, thank you to the Connect ASEAN team and ASEAN Foundation for their support of this. And thank you to the ASEAN Korean Collaboration Fund for their support also. We wouldn't be here without them. And again, thank you to the Artsolute team for working so hard today and then online. They're also ready to jump up from sitting down for such a long time. But yeah, so I thank you so much again, and I look forward to having more conversations. Beautiful. We're gonna, Terence, we can see you. Oh, Terence is bringing in the live photo. It's on your face, Terence. Anyway, awesome. All right. Okun Shrang and
Okun Charan.
And
thank you, Jody.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Jody.
Having a mental blank.
Jesu Timbale.
Jesu Timbale. Yes, sorry. Had a mental blank. Wonderful.
You can say Justin Timberlake.
Justin.
Jesu Timbale.
I will never forget.
It's similar.
Wonderful. Okay, so are we officially offline now? Off live? Okay, so just finishing up the live stream, and then we can talk some more.